Hey, it's Dr. Phil, and I am out working, doing some hurricane relief and recovery, whatever you want to call it. And all these orange shirts you see around and behind me are Samaritan's Purse. And let me tell you, these guys don't have meetings to fill out forms, to plan a meeting, to get something going. They have verbs in their sentences, they have springs in their step, and they're out making things happen. FEMA, all these other people are talking, thinking. No, not Samaritan's Purse. They're out doing things. I'm in a basement right now that's filled up knee deep at one point with mud. There was water over my head, soaked through the bottom of the floor into these people's house, bucket by bucket, shovel by shovel. It's time to shovel it out, take it by caravan up these stairs and get it out of here so these people can get back to living their lives. I want to keep this message alive. This is a bubble here. People in other parts of the country are living their lives because this is out of sight, out of mind. I don't want it to be. I want to make noise. I want you to see this, hear it, feel it, know it's happening. They need us. They need our help. They need our support. And most importantly, they need to know we haven't forgotten about them. Put them in your prayers, but also put them in your behaviors and let them know that you care. So, Dr. Phil, doing the work, calling you to join me.
This video has a lot of little clips like that, some more from Dr. Phil as well as some others. Now, this is not now just for Hurricane Helene. I did do a little bit of Hurricane Milton, but unfortunately it's going to be heading to Florida still, and you know, it's just going to be one of those things where we'll be getting videos you know, soon-ish after some time. But anyway, I'll be covering that too. And then right now also another major thing is Wyoming, which you're going to see some videos of that, which is a fire, as well as other minerals, again, like North Carolina, the lithium, and it sounds like there's also some stuff out there in Wyoming. So definitely watch this video if you feel that you need some more, whether it's just more observing, proof, awareness, whatever the meaning is for you. I'm just hoping that this video helps to provide whatever it is that you need for you. And so I'm still going to be making my regular content, but I'm going to be putting the donation pages on the description as well, and as well as our own, because we're also in dire need as well. So, but yeah, I will continue to make these videos as long as I'm able to do them, and to try to help spread awareness or what the reasons are, just in hopes that it's helpful. Another thing you'll notice is, I think they're elk or something, reindeer or something, I'm not quite sure. But the poor thing, you can tell they're looking like, when they're looking, where that one in the front is looking over, it's like, please help, somebody help us get out of this, because they're trapped behind a fence and they're having to run and look for safety away from these fires. The reason why I'm not saying much in these videos is because I want everybody to form their own opinion and how they're going to feel about it, and how, you know, everything is, we're going to resonate with something, we're going to feel something, we're going to, you know what I mean? So I want it to be how you're supposed to interpret it for yourself and for your reasons, and what and how it impacts you. So that's the reason why I don't, you know, say anything. Like, I just had to introduce the video after, you know, the first video of Dr. Phil, but I want y'all to be able to feel and go through what you need to go through while you're watching this, and, you know, go from there. So, all right, let's jump right back into the videos.
Day 10 since the hurricane hit in North Carolina, and I'm at a little airport in Boone. And you see all these helicopters lined up behind me here. And what's happening, Elon Musk has been great enough to hook me up with several hundred Starlink units that we're taking into some of the most hard-hit, remote, isolated areas. I'm going out in a second wave on some Black Hawk helicopters into some other areas that are completely isolated. and we're going to be delivering those.
So now that we've landed here, Dr. Phil, what we're going to do is we're going to head over first to deploy some Starlinks where we've got some prescriptions that need to come out. We've also got a bunch of people that need internet so they can talk about the supplies they need and report back to us. So we've got 3 we're going to deploy now, and we've got a couple other places we have to hit after this as well. When we showed up here the first days, we were like, okay, who's been here already? Has FEMA showed up? They're like, no. They're like, you're the first people we've seen. We thought everybody gave up on us.
Pretty deep into the day in Boone, North Carolina. I've talked to several hundred people today. Been out working on relief efforts with some different organizations, including Samaritan's Purse, and talked to people along the highway here and also in some remote villages up in the mountains, completely cut off from civilization. You can't get there by rail, road. The only way you can get there is by helicopter. And you know what jumped out at me? These people have lost everything. Some have lost their homes. They have no power, not going to have any for 4 to 6 months. We've flown in, taken them generators, food, water, supplies. Didn't hear one person talk about being a victim. Didn't hear one person talk about whether the people they were helping as neighbors or being helped by neighbors were Democrats or Republicans. Didn't care about pronouns, didn't care about politics, didn't care about anything. All they cared about was that they were all Americans. Their neighbors needed help and they were giving it. They needed help and they were accepting it. Man, what a lesson about what life's about. How uplifting it was to see the spirit of these people. What a lesson in the face of disaster, in the face of losing everything. I'm really tired, but so inspired by the heart and strength of these people. America at its best.
The donations in Tennessee, Red Cross, FEMA, TEMA, have come in and confiscated all of the donations that were given to the local high schools. They're taking control of additional volunteer schools. And if anyone wants access to the donations that they were given for help, they have to go through an approval process. All monetary donations taken and moved into a TEMA account, which means that they won't even be used fully for the Helene disaster. It's like they're turning local relief efforts into a mess of bureaucracy. When did it get this bad? Because FEMA is supposed to come in, Red Cross is supposed to come in and hand you water and give you donations and help and be there for you, but instead they're confiscating it and arresting people who are actually trying to help. Yes, the volunteers, they've been told to leave and can't even help people anymore unless they're trained by the United Way. The same people who were already out there making a difference, and now they're being pushed out and told to go home or they will be arrested. This is a total insult to all of the local volunteers who were doing the real work before these bureaucratic agencies stepped in and took over.
I'm done. I am done. How in the Zeus's butthole has this country gotten so damn corrupt? So damn corrupt and so insanely tyrannical that we literally do not care about the devastation that's been going on the East Coast. North Carolina, devastated. Florida, devastated. Tennessee, Georgia, devastated. Our forefathers would be rolling in their fucking grave right now. What is the internet doing to raise awareness about this? Oh, I don't know. Maybe this. Trying to literally cancel one of TikTok's greatest treasures. You know, a wonderful woman by the name of Mama Tot. You know, a person who's on this app who has 12.8 million followers and who is a national treasure for lifting people up and spreading nothing but positivity. You're telling me that the internet is trying to cancel her because she's bringing awareness to the devastation in this country right now? Are you fucking kidding me? Because she said these words.
Because I'm mad as hell. You know that man that you just get so angry that you just cry about it? You're so mad you just cry about it. That's how mad I am. Like, they have lost everything. Everything. Imagine walking outside of your house and seeing nothing that you ever worked hard for just gone. I've seen houses just completely just slide down the mountain. I'm seeing people making videos because they can't find family members. How are they supposed to apply for something if they don't have electricity that does not get their baby fed in this moment?
Wow. That's yeah, Mama Tot, I love you, girl. You might be asking yourself, what is Kamala Harris doing about this?
Extremely important because a lot of folks don't save for these kinds of emergencies, and when they hit, it takes a real drain on their resources and ability.
You're voting for that? This is the person you want in our office. She is literally a box of rocks. She's a sack of salty nuts. Like what the fuck? And then you have this. You have this right here. U.S. to give $157 million in humanitarian aid in response to Lebanon crisis. You're out your freaking living mind. Meanwhile, everybody here in America gets a $750 loan if you are a victim of the hurricane. But wait, you have to apply for it. No, you have to apply and get approved. And then if you don't pay back the $750, you lose your land.
Intentionally flooded those towns in North Carolina, and you cannot convince me otherwise. People, listen, this is deeper than you think it is. Not many people know this, but North Carolina and the specific towns that got destroyed is the richest in lithium in the world. They have been trying to buy this land from these people in these towns for years, and the residents have stood on ground and said, you're not touching our land. We've worked our asses off our whole life to build this land for ourselves and our family. So what do you do if the people will not voluntarily give up their land? I'll tell you, and I think you already know. You purposely flood them out and destroy their whole entire livelihood. That way you can condemn the land unlivable and uninhabitable to the point that you can just write it off as a fucking land grab.
Do you get it yet? Are you waking up?
Yes. Yes. I'm not perfect. But I will tell you, I'm always going to put the needs of people first. I'm always going to put people first. Right? I'm always going to put the needs of people first.
You guys, she's a lying sack of shit. And you want to put her into office? Fucking God, I'm done. You guys, how much treason and sedition does this country have to inflict on you until we start fucking doing something about it? I'm fucking done.